And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Solaris, we have our red Zerg player representing Starlight Twinkle. Here in the semi-finals of Hatchery Cup number 12, our monthly open tournament, we have our red Zerg, Wayne. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Terran player representing the Platinum Heroes, his new team. He is the Terran hope of the tournament, Nicoract. The Terran hope. Let's go. Again, if you are a fan of Terran, he is the one to be cheering for, to be holding out hope. Oh, as that is a pull first. Okay. Interesting. Wayne looking to spice things up already. I'm caught a little bit off guard, but it is going to be a pull first. Now, a pull first can lead into a couple of different things. This could be... Actually, never mind. I was going to say this could be for a fast roach one, but no, it's a pull first into a hatchery, into a gas. This feels like a safe opener. This will keep you safe against any kind of proxies. Now, depending on how many lings are made, once the spawning pool is done, we can make 2, 4, or 6 lings. If we commit to 6, the goal is to disrupt the opener and delay the CC on the low ground. That's going to be the goal. That's going to be the plan. So, cheeky move here out of Wayne. Speaking of, there it is. We have 4 lings in production. Not 6, only 4. So this should be enough to get across the map and to get a kill on this SCV. That's the only purpose, to delay the CC here of Nicoract. We'll see if he can get away with it, because Nicoract is going for an SCV scout. And the problem here is that the SCV scout will confirm that the hatchery is late, and we get eyes on the lings. So Nicoract, he's aware of what's going on. He should keep his Reaper back at home. Ooh, Reaper is moving up. Bold move here by Nicoract. Okay, there we go. He pulls back for a moment. He doesn't want to get caught out. Lings are going to be pulling back home. And we do see Nicoract moving out with the Reaper. Okay. Really risky here. There could have been a couple of Lings peeled off towards the right-hand side, and they could be making their way across the map. But there isn't. And Nicoract, he isn't punished for his greed. He isn't punished for moving out. And I would say that Nicoract, he's ahead. I mean, this pull first has not paid for itself. The pull first did not accomplish much here, as the Reaper is going to confirm the gases have been left. As if we have pulled out a gas, we have no Roach Warren, nothing crazy going on, no fast lair. Nicoract can feel safe. And he's following this up with a 3rd CC. So a very economic follow-up here from Nicoract. Getting into a 3rd CC before Starport. Starport is on the way. Add-on swap is getting set up here. This should be for a tech lab into Banshees. We're just waiting for the tech lab on the racks. Meanwhile, across the map, Wayne droning up as hard as he can. Remember, he had a bit of a disrupted opener and a little bit of a shaky start, but is droning up as best as possible here. There's the tech lab, and there is the would-be add-on swap. As early as Starport is going to be swapping over with the racks. Banshee is going to be on the way with this. Hellions are moving out, and yeah, Nicoract, he's looking pretty good. He has map control. He has to be careful not to overextend. He is going to be containing Wayne here to his 2 bases as best he can. We're just keeping an eye on the creep, looking for a way in. Overlord Scout does go in, and Wayne, he confirms the 3rd CC, and he will eventually confirm the Banshees. Ooh, as Link Speed kicks in, and we do catch a Hellion. Big moment there for Wayne. Hellion goes down, quickly checking his vision. Wayne, what did we see? We saw the Starport. We did not see the researching tech lab. So Wayne, he has a piece of the puzzle, and he should throw down some safety spores. Spores should be on the way. Lair, ooh, 4 minutes 25 lair. So pretty early lair here from Wayne. I say pretty early, slightly early. Basically like 10 seconds early here. Nothing major. Yeah, there's a Bailey Nest. Bailey Nest is a little bit earlier as well. I'm curious. Really curious to see here, but overall, this looks like a safe opener. Basically, we typically delay the Bailey Nest a little bit because ideally you want the Bailey Nest and the lair to line up. You want them to line up so you can start bailing speed as soon as the lair is done, not earlier. But last, we're not going to be able to pull that off here. as we are just setting up our spores. Banshee rocks up, but we have the spore finishing up just in time. Just in time for the Banshee. And Wayne should not sustain any damage here. There we go. Good hull damage on that Banshee. Third base getting up and running. Double Evo chamber on the way as a follow-up. We do have our Overseer in production as well, so we can scatter across the map. Or I should say to keep up with the Banshee. Second Banshee has arrived. Coming for us to cancel. Oh, we can. Clutch cancel there from Wayne. Does end up preserving the drone, but is forced to cancel the fourth. So very nicely done here by Nicoract. He hasn't killed any drones yet, but he has kept the Banshees alive, which means they can live to fight another day. He can still gain value, and hey, he forced to cancel the fourth base. There is value there as well. This isn't enough for the Banshees to pay for themselves, but it's a good start. As Hellions, they threaten a dive. They merely threaten it though, as they are not able to commit. Creep is going to be denied. We can see Wayne getting into Lingbane Hydra production. Hydrogen is on the way. Nicoract back at home, just building up here on 3 bases. Just going to be droning. Banshee's getting some extra hits in. Link's going to be engaging. Being forced back as the Hellions, they gain ground. Trading quite nicely. Trading nicely against those Lings. Rotating over towards the right-hand side. And as the army is being kept busy here, we are working towards a 4th CC and the rest of our army. Pretty big 1-1 timing on the way here for Nicoract. He should be pushing soon. Again, this entire time he's just been harassing and poking and prodding with Hellion Banshee, but here comes the main push. Wayne has been able to drone up quite nicely though. He's on 72 workers, he's getting into Lingbane Hydra production, 1-1 is on the way as well. The creep is lacking, that's what I will say. The creep has been kept pretty in check here by Nicoract. So he's done very well for himself in that regard. As he moves out, the Lings are coming in. But we get a surround here on these Marines. The Lings, they slip into the main base, in towards the natural as well. Chaos is being caused to our Hellions back at home. And this shouldn't do too much. As we're focusing on the main push, we collapse here on top of the tanks. Lings, they come in from behind. Good target firing on the Banelings. But the tanks go down, and that spells the end of this push. Meanwhile, at the same time, we get 7 SCV kills across the map. We collapse here on those Marines. Not the most efficient trade by Wayne, as he bleeds out a lot of Lings. But overall, he comes out on top, dealing damage to the economy, and with the death of those tanks, that is the death of this push. So Wayne, he will hold, he can drone up from here. Infestation bits on the way. Lair Tech Lurkers on the way as well. He's working towards Hydra Lurker Viper, towards Hive Tech. And Wayne is looking quite comfortable here. Scan, gets eyes on the gases, gets eyes on the army positioning. Speaking of, Nicoract pushing out towards the left-hand side, towards the north. And there's not much in position to defend. Can we keep up? Double drop, it comes back in. We focus on a full medevac. No! Full medevac does go down. At the same time, Nicoract reinforcing towards the north, coming in with some Hellbats. Stimming on forward. But Wayne, he is ready for this, somewhat. Bailey's crashed in, but there are a lot of Marines. Not the best trades here from Wayne. He's struggling to hold on. He has a little bit of Lingbane here, but he needs more. Again, was just forced to keep some supply back. Actually going for a counterattack. Bold move. As Wayne is holding on Lings, they rush across the map, but there's a planetary in position. The Lings, they will do nothing. Nicoract turns back around. We try to catch a tank. Oh, can we get it? No, we cannot. Ooh, a big blow there to Wayne. He throws away so many Lings. And Nicoract, he's going to keep on pushing. The tanks are still up and running. Do leave a couple of Lurkers in position where we do focus one of them down. Good trade here from Nicoract. Gets a Lurker. Push towards the south. Can we pull Wayne apart? We're close. We are so close here to pulling him apart. Lurker's repositioning. Lurker run by gets caught out. Bold move here by Wayne. Do we have another skin? Do we have a skin? There's only one Lurker borrows. Oh, never mind. Yeah, the one Lurker does borrow all that Wayne is working with. And Wayne is maxed out. He's made his 87 drones. He has the center base. He is maxing out. And pushing on the right-hand side. Likewise, now it's going to be a Nicoract on the defense. And he doesn't have the best defensive position, I'll be honest. Tank line here is okay towards the left-hand side. Towards the right, it is lacking. That's exactly where Wayne is pushing in. Yeah, Wayne, he's spotted by the center tower. We dive on top of the tank at the third base. Ooh, good target firing on the first Viper. But a big blind have we crashed in. Big connections with the Banelings at the same time, though. The Marines, they come in from behind. They collapse here on the Lurkers. And Lurkers are being cleaned up. But do we have a skin? No skin. No skin available. That was a messy trade for both players. Both players are hurting. But the Lurkers survived. As they waddle the hell out of there. One Lurker goes in. And does go down. Behind this, Wayne amassing his own army. Rebuilding, remaxing from scratch. Again, those were brutal losses for Wayne. I would say they hurt him more than they hurt Nicoract, as Nicoract has retained his tanks, he retained his medevacs. Wayne's army, it's going to cost him a little bit more here to rebuild. Focusing on Lingbane. Not investing as hard into the Hydra Lurker. How many Lurkers do we have? We have 9 Lurkers and 1 Viper. We get into mineral line. The SCVs. Banelings, they crash in. SCVs are going down. Big going here on one of the tanks. A much better engagement here by Wayne. He collapses. He takes down the third base. Then he goes straight for the tanks as well. He gets 2. He gets 2 tanks at the same time. Nicoract, he does go for a drop across the map. He does kill a hatchery. That pales in comparison to what he just lost here across the map. As Wayne is turning around. He gets caught for a moment. But I'm sure he wants to collapse on these drops. No, never mind. He's rotating. Uh-oh. He's rotating over towards the right-hand side. Lurkers are amassing. 7 more Lurkers on the way. Wayne, he's got a bit of momentum. 1, 2 Lurkers go down. The rest do burrow. Big snipes here from Nicoract. But there's just too much Zerg. We collapse on the army. We shut down the Marines. We shut down the Ghosts. Tank falls as well. And from here, Wayne, he can rotate over. GG gets called. Wayne takes game number 1. GG. Solid game there from Wayne. I mean, I say a solid game. It was a bit of a knife fight. It was quite back and forth for quite some time. Where Wayne wasn't trading too efficiently, but his economy was sustained. Like, that's the thing. He had a sustainable economy. He had 80 workers. He wasn't really touched there. There was the drop across the map that killed a hatchery, but that's all it really did. Like, we didn't really kill many workers. It didn't hinder the economy of Wayne. Wayne eventually snowballed out of control. Despite some of the rough trades and rough fights, he still was able to remax and catch out Nicoract and have some good engagements himself. GG. And with that, Wayne takes a lead in the series. Unomas is all he needs to advance on to the grand finals. Nicoract has to fight back here and now to force the ace match. Can we force it? As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have our red Zerg player. Our red Zerg representing Team Starlight Twinkle. Leading the series 1-0. It is Wayne. and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner. We have his opponent. We have the blue Terran player representing the Platinum Heroes. He has to fight back here and now to force that ace match. It is Nicoract. We go. As the game is going to be settling down, and we do have quite an interesting opener here. Wayne going for a 15-15, a very safe opener out of Wayne. It makes sense. Now that he's leading the series, he probably doesn't want to get cheesed out by his opponent, so is opening up very safely. For those that are curious, 15-15 does mean that your hatchery finishes up a little bit faster, your spawning pool is a little bit faster, your gases are late, but you get fast queens, fast lings, and a secure setup here. It does mean that we can't be as aggressive and as assertive. Again, ling speed is going to be quite delayed for Wayne, but it's just a really nice way to open up safely here if you're a little bit afraid of your opponents, if you want to be secure in the early game. That is the idea, at least. As behind this, it's going to be a Rex Expand. Rex Expand here by Nicoract. Not looking too shabby here. Just going for a standard opener himself. Reaper is moving out. I believe Nicoract did go for an SCV Scout. He kind of did. Yeah, he confirmed the hatchery timing. Does pull back. And the third base should be on the way here by Wayne. Did not skip his gases. Did not go gasless. Everything looking solid here. As Reaper does slip in between in towards that natural base, we will look for a drone. We don't get it though. The drone does morph into the gas geyser. Quick save there from Wayne. And we can see here that Wayne, he's basically defending with purely queens. Purely queens are defending no lings. No lings whatsoever. It is a greedy response here by Wayne to make up for his late gases. To just drone up as much as possible and defend with purely queens. And so far he's pulling it off. Meanwhile, behind this, that is a second Rax. Oh my god, it's been a while, but this is a 2-1-1. We don't often see that. Not at this stage of play. Not anymore. But we do have a 2-1-1 setup here from Nicoract. Basically, what this is a very strong stim timing. Factory is on the way. This should just be for a reactor. There it is. Reactor is being researched. We do have the starport in production. Going for an add-on swap here for Metamax for a big 16 Marine timing from Nicoract. Wayne has no idea what's going on, and he is opening up Roach. Okay, blind Roaches here from Wayne. You can defend with Roaches, but it's going to be a close defense here for Wayne. Just because Roaches are not the most efficient of units, they are not ideal. So this is not going to be easy here for Wayne. As Ling Speed is finishing up, Roach is on the way. My apologies. I think Wayne is going for an all-in. Wayne, he stopped droning. 35 workers. Uh-oh. 35 drones. Ling Speed is finishing up. Queen is on the way to help defend. But I believe, yeah, Lings. We're just Roach Ling all-in. We're going for a Roach Ling all-in here from Wayne. Nicoract will have an army. He will have a lot of Marines, and he will soon have Stim. But who hits first? Nicoract shouldn't be hitting for another 10 or so seconds here. Actually, never mind. He's a little bit more delayed. I'm sorry. He should be hitting until like around the 5-minute mark. Shouldn't be hitting for another 30 seconds. And Wayne is pushing. Wayne is already moving out. Behind this, he's droning, so he's not all in, but this is going to be a committed push nonetheless. Marines have been revealed. Big scout. Again, Wayne had no idea what was going on, but now he knows that there are no Hellions. Now he's aware of the 2-1-1. Without Stim, we can't engage. Yeah, Nicoract has to be very careful here. Without Stim, he cannot collapse on this, but Stim is finishing up in 10 seconds. Oh, we're 10 seconds off, 10 seconds away. As we do take down at least 2 of those depots, and Wayne backs the hell off. Again, he's respecting the Stim timing. And now Nicoract can counterattack. Now it is Nicoract's time to shine. He does need to get damage done. He's moving out. Catches an Overlord. Not bad. Not a bad start. Gets an Overlord. Does move out, threatening some more of these bases. Wayne is fully aware of what's going on. He's supply block, by the way. Uh-oh. Big supply block here for Wayne. Is it a bit of trouble? But we don't commit. We could have. I feel like Nicoract, he can't catch the queens. And that's exactly what he does. Sims on forward, gets one queen, gets a second queen as well. Very nice pickles here by Nicoract. Shutting 2 queens down. Lings, they trickle into their deaths. 2 trickle in. And the drop. Finds another Overlord. Not bad. Almost found another Overlord, as it does barely float away. And behind this, Wayne has been droning up to 3-way saturation. That is 66 drones. We should be seeing a 4th base for Larva, but it looks like Wayne is cutting workers at 66. He's focusing on Roach Ravager, focusing on his army, which means he will be prepared for the eventual tank push. I don't see... It's a 2-base all-in. Interesting. 2-1-1. Following it up here with a 3rd Rax with a 1-1 timing. Nicoract does not have a CC. If Wayne were to expand and take a 4th, if he droned up to 75, then Wayne could die. But Wayne has been amassing an army, and Nicoract is all in. And Wayne happens to be prepared for this. He hasn't scouted, by the way. Wayne, he doesn't see the all-in coming, but he has eyes on the lack of 3rd base. The army is about to arrive. Can Wayne survive? He's droning. Now is not the time. Now is not the time to drone. We need an army. We need Lings, Roaches, and Ravagers as we stim on forward. Tanks getting ready to siege. As we collapse in from the right-hand side. The piles will not connect, but we force the lift up. And Wayne has momentum. He's got Roach speed, he's got Ling speed, he's chasing this down. +1 Carapace on the way for Wayne. And again, he knows that there's no expansion. He knows that there is no 3rd base. Does he realize it's an all-in, though? Ooh, as piles, they do burn down some of those D-birds. We should be seeing a repair. Yeah, boys are being pulled. Now, what's important is that Nicoract didn't lose the tank. If you see here, he did not lose the tank. He still has a pretty terrifying army. An army to be respected. We do have to be careful here. As Nicoract rotates around. Oh, Wayne is droning. He's throwing down an infestation pit. He's teching up. Wayne out of position. And here comes Nicoract. Does arrive Biles. They connect with the Medivacs. Ooh, 2 Medivacs go down. Big pickoffs. Infestors on the way. Lings as well. Not a bad start for Wayne. Tanks are leapfrogging forward, but we're collapsing on the army. Yeah, tanks are going to be going down. Oh, maybe Wayne overstepping a little bit here, but it looks like it might be worth it anyway. As we pile down another tank, and we barely have enough. We break through the siege line. Reinforcements are on the way for both players. Nicoract, he still has a line of Marines, but the tank count is no longer there. He has 1 tank left. The fungal is real. Oof. Shaving off a lot of Marines. And again, the longer this goes on, the better it is for Wayne. Nicoract is completely all in. Now he's taking a 3rd base, but it's so late. It's such a late 3rd. And again, he should not get away with it. As Wayne, he catches reinforcements, Marines, and tanks. Big fungal GG gets called as there is nothing left here. Nothing left in the tank. Wayne will take the series 2-0, taking down Nicoract. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations here to Wayne for taking the series 2-0. Again, I don't think he really recognized how all-in Nicoract was, but a really good setup nonetheless. You know, not over-droning, staying on a low worker count, focusing on Roach Ravager, and Wayne shut Nicoract down. Very safe play, maybe is what I will say. Very safe play out of Wayne. And very wise choice against Nicoract, reading him like a book, prepared and shutting down that all-in. Congratulations. Congratulations here to Wayne as he advances on to the grand finals If you are a fan of Nicoract, do not worry, do not fret, because he is still in the tournament. He's going to be fighting in that third place match. He is going to be in that third place match instead. As it looks like we are getting ready for the upper semifinals. Okay, we have some updates. We have some results. Exclamation mark B. Exclamation mark B in the chat. Okay. So we are getting ready. We have some updates here. It looks like Geralt, he did come out on top. A big win. A big win here for Geralt. Sorry, just setting things up here. But yeah, we do have some updates. Geralt, he takes down Young Yakov 2-1. A big win. Young Yakov was another terrifying Zerg player in this bracket, and I think a lot of people would have expected big things out of Young Yakov, myself included, but Geralt stops him. Geralt stops him in his tracks, takes him down 2-1. That was a big series there. It went all the way to the ace match. I would have loved to have seen it, would have loved to have gotten involved. But congratulations to Geralt as he advances on to the semifinals. It's going to be a PvP between Geralt and Strange. Let's go. Geralt versus Strange. Okay. It is going to be a PvP. And we are going to be setting things up. Hold on. Is Strange still on Mystery Gaming? Let's double check. I actually don't know. Okay. It looks like he is. Okay, so is still on Mystery Gaming, thankfully. We'll prepare for that. Meanwhile, again, after Geralt versus Strange, it's going to be a fresh best of 3, by the way. They're just about to start. After this PvP, we're going to be going towards the lower bracket, towards the third place match, the bronze match. Nicoract will be facing off against the loser of this series. Now, thankfully, Nicoract, he already knows it's a Protoss. Doesn't know which, but he knows that it is going to be a Protoss opponent, whether it's Geralt or Strange. Still up in the air, still yet to be determined. But he can mentally prepare himself for what is to come. Can mentally prepare himself for a Protoss. And I do like Nicoract in TVP. I do think that's a matchup he can really thrive in. So I do wish him the best there. As there is quite a prize pool disparity between fourth and third place. So definitely worth it. Worth engaging in. Worth taking seriously. Meanwhile, with that, we're going to be going on a short break. We're going to be going on a short break here. We're waiting for Geralt and Strange to conduct their vetoes, and then we will have the upper semis. So take this moment to drain your disruptors, hydrate your hydras, massage your marines, and marinate your marauders. When we return, PvP is going to be coming at you. See you soon.